Ned, first of all, just tell us how you two as a team have found this week.
Strange. Obviously very disappointed for Michael with what went on at the weekend. But we've been in football, all of us, long enough to know the pitfalls of the game. But we've had plenty of conversations of how we want to do stuff and how we want to try and move forward. And we're very much looking forward to the game at Yeovil.
How have the players reacted, Chris?
I must admit, Monday morning, I think they were down. They were obviously they'll have felt a sense of responsibility, you know, as we all did, you know, Saturday evening, Sunday, and then into Monday morning. So we got the group together. We had a good chat in the dressing room. We spoke about a lot of things, and you know, and basically said, you know, there now has to be a response. There has to be a response moving forward, and as a collective group of players, it is now, in a way, with a little bit of guidance, it's up to them where they want their season to go. You know, me and Ned have been asked to take the team short term to prepare them and get them ready for Yeovil. That's what we're going to do. We think that we have got a good squad of players. You know, we obviously all sat down as a collective in the summer with Michael, and we were all part of signing the players that we brought to Port Vale. And unfortunately, because Michael's gone, that's not changed our point of view. We think we've got a good group of players, and we should be in a better position than what we are.
There's not been a game yet, Ned, so supporters haven't been able to see whether or not there will be a response. What's it been like out on the training pitch from the players there?
Training pitch has been excellent. We've worked on a couple of different things as a collective with the whole group, trying to keep everybody involved as much as possible. The response has been good. They as Morgs just said, Monday was quite quiet at the very start, and as footballers do, they get on and get over with stuff, and they get on with their work. You know, so we've had productive few days on the training ground, and as I say, I look forward to Saturday.
How can you go about lifting the players, Chris? Because there will inevitably, as you just hinted at there, be a feeling of responsibility with some of them. Yeah,
well, if they've got anything about them, they'll feel a sense of responsibility, which as a group they do, and we got that out on Monday morning because of the chat that we had. But yeah, like Ned's just said there, they've been positive. They've responded to the work that we've done on the training ground, and yeah, I think, you know, that they're all now looking forward to getting going on Saturday, because you know, they know they're good enough to go and get a result.
How tough a position has it put you two in, Ned?
It's football. People generally don't lose their jobs when they're in the top three. If you're struggling along a little bit, then that's unfortunately the sad part of what happens with football. Is it a difficult position to be in? Yes, of course it is. The league table doesn't lie, but we do still believe and have the belief in the players that they can get themselves onto a decent run, you know, and move the club forward and move the club up the league, and get them into a position where, when we're trying to put the squad together, we all thought that they would be.
Chris, how can you go about planning for the next few games when you're being told you're in charge for a short-term period? Because nobody's got a clue how long that period's going to be, I assume.
Well, the period is the next game. You know, we'll get prepared for Yeovil, and then, you know, if we get a phone call Saturday night, Sunday morning, Monday that there's a new manager being appointed, then so be it. You know, if we don't get that phone call, and you know, and Colin and the chairman speak to us like they did on Saturday and said, you know, carry on preparing the team, that's what we'll do. You know, we both me and Ned, you know, were both brought to the football club by Michael. We were brought in to work with him. You know, but also we are employed by Port Vale Football Club, and we're both professional people, and we will do that job of preparing the first team until we're told otherwise.
Listening to what Chris has just said then, how tough did that make the decision of whether to stay or go or not?
That wasn't an option.
It wasn't, you were just told you're under contract, that's it?
That was an option, yeah. We're employed by the football club, and we were asked to take the team on Saturday at Yeovil, so the decision was, if there was a decision, that was it.
Looking at the group of players, when you look at the Football League pyramid, unfortunately it will suggest that they're 92 out of 92, but you see them on the training pitch day in, day out, Chris. How much are they better than that?
Far, far better. And, you know, we've spoke, you know, all the way through pre-season, early part of the season, that genuinely we feel that we've got a group sat downstairs that could compete at League One level, never mind League Two. You know, and some people might listen to this and think he's off his head, you know, but genuinely that's what we feel, you know. And for one reason or another, results haven't been as good as what we expected them to be, you know. So us as a group of staff, and you know, and I'll keep repeating it, you know, mainly the players have to change that. You know, both me and Ned are from an era when, you know, mistakes were made on the pitch and results weren't going. It was down to the players. You know, that's obviously changed a little bit. You know, but there has to be a responsibility taken by the players. You know, and that's not heaping pressure on them. That's not in any way removing any responsibility from the staff. You know, we pick the team, you know, we do the coaching day in, day out, but it's an old cliche that once them players cross that white line on a Saturday afternoon and the whistle blows at 3 o'clock, they are in charge of the decisions they make. They're decision makers, the professional footballers, and it's probably a mix of both of why results aren't going right. You know, so all week we've just tried to make them aware of that. We've tried to instill, like we always have done, some organisation into them, you know, but also with a will for them to go and express themselves as professional footballers.
Yeovil next up, a difficult place to go.
To Yeovil to go and win a game of football.
Do you second that, Ned?
Absolutely, yeah.